Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. Right now we're looking at some comedies which focus on uninvited house guests at Christmas time. Now next we have what is the most famous and funniest movie ever made on that subject. It's The Man Who Came to Dinner from Warner Brothers in 1942. According to billing, it stars Bette Davis, Ann Sheridan, and Monty Woolley. But it's Woolley in the title role who really dominates the show. He's actually recreating a role he'd done with great success on the Broadway stage, playing a famous, worldly, eccentric, egocentric, and spoiled radio commentator and celebrity who has an unfortunate accident which turns him into the somewhat temporary house guest of a family whose life he then completely dominates and turns upside down. Bette Davis plays the great man's secretary who has to deal with his high maintenance. Now, it was most unusual to find Bette Davis playing a secondary role in a movie in the 1940s. I mean, she was as big a star as there was in movies at that time, but she took the part for two reasons. She did it because it was a change of pace for her from the very heavy dramas she'd been doing, like The Little Foxes and The Great Lie. She also did it, though, to add some marquee weight to what was a very costly deal for Warner Brothers Studios, where she was under contract and where she was their #1 star. Warner's had paid $250,000, a huge sum at that time, for the movie rights to the Broadway play by George S. Kaufman and Moss Hart, and they needed to put a film package together which would justify that high price tag that they paid for the film rights to the play. Well, as great as he was in the play, Monty Woolley wasn't well known to moviegoers, certainly not known enough to pull moviegoers to their local bijou. So several movie actors who were famous were considered for the part. John Barrymore even tested for it. But because Bette Davis agreed to step in and play what was basically a secondary role, the film suddenly had the star power it needed, so Monty Woolley was cast in the role he pretty much already owned. Having Ann Sheridan, #1 glamour girl at Warner Brothers, also in the cast, was a big boost to the box office as well. So here with the cast, it also includes the wonderful Jimmy Durante, Billy Burke, Reginald Gardner, and an assortment of penguins. From 1942, The Man Who Came to Dinner.